I've been asked why more US communists aren't making content criticizing Russia and the war in Ukraine. First of all, US imperialism is the primary contradiction that we're faced with, right? Not the capitalist class of Russia and their wars. So we struggle there. And you can't talk about the situation in Ukraine without talking about US imperialism and Western imperialism, NATO. And we're countering the narrative of the US media and the capitalist press of the world that wants to put this situation in terms of Russian aggression and ignore the historical and material reasons of how we got into this situation to begin with, which again is US and Western imperialism. Focusing our criticisms on Russia would be ignoring all of that and also aiding the US media and the State Department in demonizing Russia, which is a continuation of Cold War rhetoric. Also, Google how many people in the United States think that Russia is communist. The numbers are frightening. And in the end, I think most US communists realize that Putin and the capitalist class of Russia are not our allies. Check out these two statements by two of the largest communist parties in the United States that have plenty of criticisms of Russia, of the war, and an analysis of the situation as a whole. I'll put links in the comments section, but go and click on these statements and check them out. Party for Socialism and Liberation says, recognizing that Russia has legitimate security concerns does not require an endorsement of all its military actions, nor Putin's suggestion that Ukraine has no basis to exist as an independent country, nor his larger geopolitical strategies. The role of the U.S. anti-war movement is not to follow the line of countries in conflict with U.S. imperialism, but to present an independent program of peace and solidarity and anti-imperialism. Communist Party USA says, Russia's invasion of Ukraine was wrong and in violation of international law. In the words of the CPUSA's National Board, war between states is never an acceptable solution and must be rejected in the strongest terms. The CPUSA calls on U.S. people to demand the Biden administration change course immediately. War is never an acceptable solution and must be rejected in the strongest terms. Therefore, we also call on Russia to withdraw troops. All sanctions must be ended and borders secured and respected.